Was damn. I was already gonna start speaking in Spanish, but I told mi gente. Anyways, look. Hey, Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahshua to all the brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Alatan Bahashim Yahweh to all the sisters. All right, to all my hermanas, all my hermanos. Give me a second, real quick. Right, we're gonna get started right now. All right. Once again, this is the ISUPK. We in Arizona, in Afiniquera, ya tu sabes. No, just playing. So we're in Arizona right now, right? The address is 12416 North 28th Drive, Phoenix, Arizona. That's area code 85029, suite number 4, right? Or con. Anyways, you can't miss it. We look like a cult. So, hey, once again, I'm Precinct Officer Amataza. You know what I'm saying, holding it down for the scripture breakdown class. Lesson topic for today is, do Christians love God the way they say they do? Right? Because we all love to say we love God, but in reality, how can you prove that? Right? How can you prove you love God? How can you prove, you know what I'm saying, to another Christian that they love God? And we go ahead and get that in the Bible. Right? So let's go to John. First John. I'm gonna try to get used to this one. The new sword with me. You know what I'm saying? If you have any comments, questions, any preguntas, English or Spanish, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? Okay, there you go. Right. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Drop a comment. Shit, let me know what's up. First John chapter 2 and 3, right? Book of First John chapter 2 verse 3 says, and hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keep not his commandments. One more time. He that saith, I know him, and keep not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. Right? So to all them Christians, you got no truth in you when you don't want to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. When you don't want to follow what God said for us to do, it shows really that you hate him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like anybody can relate, anybody can understand this that has children, right? You see your child, you tell him to not do this, and he doesn't listen or disobeys you. That child, you automatically are gonna see how much that child is aiming towards hating you. You know what I'm saying? And you too, vice versa. Like you look up to your father tells you something, and you disobey your father's orders. I mean, come on. I mean, you can't go, you know what I'm saying? You can simply understand that, right? So if God told us to not join the other nations, then we go ahead and marry their women. What does that say? You know what I'm saying? What can you say that? What can you say about that? Do you love your father? Do you love your father, seeing that he hates for you to join another? You know what? Let me get that from the Bible, right? Let's get Deuteronomy 7, right? Deuteronomy chapter 7. Numbers. Deuteronomy 7 and hold on. Let's get 7 and we'll start at 4. No, okay. We'll start at 2, right? And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, no, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. And that's the whole reason why we shouldn't marry these other nations, because you see what the love, you know what I'm saying, between you know what I'm saying, for another nation, you're gonna depart from your own people. You're gonna abandon your own people, your culture, and you're gonna adapt to the culture of your spouse, you know what I'm saying? Or that dog, right? So that dog is gonna teach you that their pups, their dogs, you know what I'm saying, her family is more important than your family, than your royalty, than your, you know what I'm saying? Your family is royalty, but in her eyes, they are garbage. So you will tend to, you know what I'm saying, mold yourself into loving what she loves and liking what she likes, and, you know what I'm saying, being more suitable to her liking. So you're going to do whatever she tells you, because that's the type of man you are. You're a coward. And you don't choose, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to choose your women. So you end up choosing another nation. You know what I'm saying? You try to cower it away because you can't deal with what? Black women. You can't deal with what? Latinas, la toxica. You can't deal with them. You don't know how to control them. All right, no sweat. You know what I'm saying? It's no sweat. You don't want, you look, you don't want them, that's fine. But what does that show? Is that you hate your father. Why? Because that woman is turning your heart away from your father, right? From the most high God. So in all reality, Christian church does not love, you know what I'm saying, their own people. Why? Because they fix marriages between two different nations. They allow Adele and Ruth to come into the door, and, you know what I'm saying, don't have no regrets. Don't see nothing wrong with that, right? Don't see nothing wrong with letting Adele and Ruth come into the door, and then later on seeing why we shouldn't have, right? Or you being a black judge, and now you have an Amber Geiger who just unalived your brother, and you look at Amber Geiger and it's like, man, I feel sorry for her. But you look at your brother's family and be like, they'll get over it. Just like that judge from Dell Ruth, that whole, you know what I'm saying, situation. In his court, he had to fix his lips to say the families need to learn how to forgive. What what kind of BS is that? We gotta learn how to forgive. What? We gotta learn how to forgive. Like, Salakia. That's the problem with the Christian church, is that we are taught to forgive our oppressor, but never to forgive our brothers and sisters. We're taught to love our oppressor, and we're taught to hate our brothers and sisters. You hate your people. You can't say you don't no more. When you go into the church and all you see is images of your oppressor, when the real images of the priests and prophets of the Lord are all black unto the ground. We are all black. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying? And look, I'm gonna tell you like this. We're not about, you know what I'm saying, about color and this and that, right? But one thing for sure is that you're not gonna lie and say that the priests and prophets look like an oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Color got nothing to do with it, but don't lie and say that where's that devil at? Hold up, give me a second. Here. So this devil right here, well, he look a little brown now because he been, you know what I'm saying, spit, you know what I'm saying, dragged on the floor, thrown on the floor. But this white devil, right, is the image of most of you Christians, right? The image that you are saying that what Christ looks like. This is your Christ. This is your King. Man, damn that. That's your King. You know what I'm saying? That is garbage. That is what the Christian needs to do to all them images inside that church. Because all these images that you look up to and think that these idols or these saints are what's really say is gonna come and save you, they're really destroying you. They're the ones that oppressed us. I mean, come on, created genocide, like destroyed. Like, well, I read in an article. It said that was it the Spaniards oppressed, killed, Slagia, Slagia, unalived so many natives that it changed the climate, or the man, I forget the word. Anyways, it changed the whole ecosystem, right? Like you gotta these devils did so much, shed so much blood on our people that we, like, come on, man. You look at us today and we don't even know who we are. You know what I'm saying? We don't you look at us today and we prefer them than us. Let me show you a video just to prove my point real quick, right? Uh
Is the pretty doll? Which doll is the black doll? And which one is the white doll?
That one.
Which doll is the pretty doll? Which doll is the nice doll? Which doll is the...
You see how the white doll is always the pretty, nice. You know what I'm saying? That white is a lot of it's in the image of, you know what I'm saying? So, right. So when blacks and Hispanics pray, right? The first image that pops into your head as a savior is white, right?
bad doll?
Now,
which doll is the nice doll? Which doll is the bad doll?
Now, which doll is the bad doll? The black doll, right?
Which doll is the nice doll? And which doll is the bad doll? And why is that doll pretty?
Because he's white and he has 2 eyes.
Which doll is the ugly doll? Why is that doll ugly?
Because he's black.
Which doll looks most like you?
Like me?
Yeah, which one looks like you?
And that one.
Okay.
See how the kids were like so comfortable touching, like, the doll. When it comes to which one looks like you don't even want to touch the doll that looks like you. You don't want to associate yourself with what you just said. Like, and this is something that's taught from a young child. Like, as you can see, they look like they're what, 6, 5 years old. Like, man, that's sad, you know. And it's sad because it's like you see this, and you gotta and this is something that you're gonna have to break your children from. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to teach them that the white doll is the bad doll, and the black doll is the beautiful doll. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to teach this to your children, man, because your children, you know what I'm saying? You got to watch your children, train up a child, and he will never leave that way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm paraphrasing, right? You got to train up your child so he can walk into the path that you chose for him, right? Otherwise, he's going to choose a path that our oppressor is choosing for him. You know what I'm saying? So many of us have fell into that same trap. We chose the ways of our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? But now we wake up to the truth. We wake up to reality, and we understand that oppression is, man, that a wise man, it's like how was it? It was oppression maketh the wise man mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we understood, we woke up to this oppression. We woke up to what's going on with our people, and we started asking questions like, why are we always the victims? Why are we always the ones being, you know what I'm saying, unalived? Why are we always the ones never doing the rescuing? Why is it always us like it? Why is it always us looking like we're the criminals? Why is it always us that are in the bottom that people got to look out for? You know, why can't we look at us like, man, like, I want to be like him. I want to be like another black man, another Mexican man, another native man. You know what I'm saying? First Nation. Like, why can we ever think like that? Why are we thinking so down on each other, talking down on each other? Why? Because we don't love each other, man. We have no love for one another. We have no compassion, no mercy, no patience for one another. Man, you gotta look at your people and see, and really look at your people and see, like, damn, our people really need help. Like, this, like, you look at all these other nations, it's like, damn, it's crazy how they had to create 2 times, actually, right? They had it, or it might have been more, right? I'm talking about what I've seen growing up, right? I was in that era where it was the SB 1070, right? In Arizona, there was a law where there was pushed on against. It was a law that they were trying to protect in Arizona, yeah, to give the law officers, right, all law enforcements, the all law enforcements the right to racially profile any illegal immigrant. And when they say illegal, they mean Mexicans. They mean Guatemaltecos, Salvadorians, Hondurans, right? They mean our people, our Latin, you know what I'm saying, Spanish speaking people. They mean they're talking about us, right? Because they're not looking at another Asian, another Chinese, Arab, right? But they're looking at us, right? They're looking at us with a microscope. You know what I'm saying? Keeping a watchful eye on us, but when it comes to the other nations, like, you know what I'm saying, why aren't they in the news? You know what I'm saying? Why don't I see them in the news trying to fight for the right to come into this country? Why don't I see them, you know what I'm saying, waiting in lines for to you know what I'm saying, to allow citizenship to their people? You know what I'm saying? Why don't I see them with bulletin boards, you know what I'm saying, trying to get petitions, trying to get enough signatures for our people. They're not about their, you know what I'm saying? They work together. They're organized, but they don't have to be organized the way we're trying to be organized. We're trying to be organized, and in a way where we're with their government. You know what I'm saying? We're with we're with the U.S. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the right to vote, get the rights to, it's like the rights to, you know what I'm saying, pass certain laws. But at the end, like, how far has that tool gotten us? You know what I'm saying? How far has that tool gotten us? And then you look at the other nations and you see what they did, what they didn't have to do, and how far they've gone. Like, am I insane for even thinking like this? Am I crazy for thinking like this? Like, I look at them and I see a Chinatown in every major city. Come on, man. And then where's our towns? What do our barrios look like? What do our hoods look like? The slums look like? What do they look like? Who's making business in our neighborhoods? Are we making business in our neighborhoods? You see maybe one or two, but as big as the Dunkin' Donuts, as big as what? The corner store in Arabs, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that our people are at the bottom and all these other nations are at the top. We choose to love them, and then we choose to hate ourselves. We choose to love them, and then we choose to, you know what I'm saying, olvidar, forget about our people. We got to come back to our ways, man. We got to come back to being a warrior, man. A warrior for your own people, man. You got to love your people, man. Suffer with your own people. Love your people to the T. Right? 6 says, for thou art an holy people. That word holy means separate, right? Kadash, right? Separate. Holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. And that's the key word, chosen. God chose you. You didn't choose your God. You know what I'm saying? You think you can choose your God because America has given you that freedom, that mindset that what? You have freedom. But nah, you don't have freedom. You don't. The only way you're going to have freedom is by following what God told us to do, by loving God, right? By loving God and keeping his commandments, right? You can't love God and love America. There's no such thing. How can you love America? America says you know what I'm saying? Every dollar bill they say, in God we trust, but look at how they treat blacks and Hispanics. Look at how they treat us. Do they love in God? Do they really trust? They don't trust in God. They trust in blood. That's what they trust in. They trust in Egypt. They trust in Babylon. They trust in slavery. They trust in slavery. They trust in putting you in slavery, you in oppression. That's what they trust in. They don't give a damn about, you know what I'm saying, about you. They don't care. They most definitely don't care about you. They only care about themselves, and they're for themselves. I mean, look at how they created, you know what I'm saying? You look at how they built this country. And to this day, we see that even in voting, it doesn't help. It doesn't matter whether it's right wing, left wing, Democrat, Republican, you gonna vote and you still gonna see your people die. It's like your people unalive. You gonna vote and you gonna still see oppression in America. You're gonna still feel black. You're still gonna feel like a Mexican. You're still gonna feel oppressed. It's not gonna change, brother. It's not. what you need to do is wake up to reality, man, and really look at yourself and look into these scriptures and see how the Most High wants to help you. You just neglecting, you just, you know what I'm saying, you just really not there. You know what I'm saying? Not there 100. Like, you're not there with the Most High. You're not doing what the Most High is telling you to do, which is to keep His commandments, right? Right? He says He has chosen you, right? 7 says, because it's like Him. 6 says, the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people, but you don't want to be that special, right? You'll rather choose crumbs that fall from the master's table. You rather choose leftovers rather than sit at the seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to, you don't, like, man. And that's man, if we're such stiff-necked slaves, we're such stiff-necked people that we don't want salvation. We don't want that help. We rather get it from our oppressor. And if you read the book of Exodus, you'll see how even in the midst of being even in the midst of being like delivered and freed from our oppression from Pharaoh, we were still like, we were so destroyed that we wanted to go back. We wanted to go back. We wanted to create their gods and be like, sorry, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were fighting Moses. We were telling Moses, there not enough graves in Egypt that you had to take us to the wild. Like, like, we were so, like, the disrespect, man. The disrespect of a man doing everything he can to, you know what I'm saying, to bring his people out. And, you know what I'm saying, splitting the sea, and there, bam, you want to say it's like before he split the sea, but after getting you that, you know what I'm saying, that freedom, you want to go back? That's oppression. And you know what? And there's still brothers out there that still believe, they're so incarcerated that they think that they have to be in jail to live. Like, they gotta be in jail in order to live. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't live in this world. They're so used to someone telling them, oh, you know what I'm saying, wake up, hey, it's time to eat, hey, go shower, this and that, right? They're so in that built into that condition that they can't escape it. And it's crazy, man. That's why Christ needs to come and destroy this world, because of what they have done to our people, man. Our people are kings, prince. You know what I'm saying? What did it say? I seen Prince walking and man, I gotta get that one real quick. Right? But Deuteronomy's finishing Deuteronomy. But Deuteronomy 6 says, the end of it says, has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Right? The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you because ye were more in number than any people, for ye were fewest of all people. Right? Ecclesiastes 10 and 7. Let's get Ecclesiastes 10 and 7 says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Right? Once more. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Like we are those princes, but we walk as servants. We should be in those horses. We should be on top of everybody, like the Most High said, right? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. We should be ruling. We should be in rulership. We should be making choices, right? We should be sitting in the seats of judge. Like we're in the bottom. We're in the bottom. We're out here begging for opportunity. Just an opportunity to what? To work as a slave. Like that's how bad it is. Like I don't think anybody hearing me. Look, we are the shit. But we became we are princes, man. We are princes. We are royalty. But we ended up being the slaves, man, the servants. We ended up getting the short end of the stick. Why? Because we decided, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. We decided to listen to our Christian preachers and decided to love and give white America an opportunity. And white America has not shown us nothing different. White America is still the racist, you know what I'm saying, slandering, like the most disrespectful, right? Nation that could ever live, right? Like white America hates us with a passion, and we are trying to show them with a passion that they should give us an opportunity to love us, to you know what I'm saying, to give us an opportunity to be with them. But man, like we're so destroyed. We need to come back, man. We need to go back to our God, right? To a higher power rather than this disgusting devil, right? A higher power that will choose you and be with you and set you above all these other nations. Don't beg for that, you know what I'm saying? Don't beg for mercy for a nation that doesn't even care about you. Beg the Most High for mercy, man. Beg the Most High for that, you know what I'm saying, for that mercy. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High chooses you, man. What more do you want? What more do you want? Like you trying to become like these other nations and sit right next to them, be another Martin Luther King and see what happened to him? Man, that's wild. That's wild. And then in the midst of trying to help out your people or you know what I'm saying, trying to do something, really not even helping your people out, you're gonna realize and say, what? I have felt as if I led my people into a burning building. Right? That's wild. That is wild. That's why the Most High said we are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? The ass knows his master, and it's like the ox knows his master, and the ass his master's crib. But my people do not consider. You know what I'm saying? We're so lost, we don't even give a damn about nothing no more. You know what we care about? Care about the Super Bowl. We care about these rappers, these artists, these athletes. We care about them. We care about their money, their glory, but we don't look to find our, you know what I'm saying, make a legacy, you know what I'm saying, put our, you know what I'm saying, like we don't care about putting our mark in this earth. What are we doing? Come on, what are we doing, Israel? What are we doing? Right? Let's get Deuteronomy. It's like First John 2 and 3. It says, And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keep not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him. But whosoever keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him. He that's like him. But whosoever keepeth his word is his law, statutes, and commandments, right? In him verily is the love of God perfected, right? In him verily is the love of God perfected. We hereby know we that we are in him, right? That's how you know you with the Most High, if you keep his law, statutes, commandments. So for all you Christians, you can't say you love God and then say under your breath, say that the laws are done away with. Christ did away with the laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna say that when Christ didn't even say that? Christ never said that. For all you Christians, should prove to me that Christ said the laws are done away with. Verbatim. Where? Where did he say that the laws are done away with? Where can you where can you see that? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of Christians out here love to say, you know what I'm saying? We hold on, give me a second. Let's go to Matthew's. It's like it. Let's go to Matthew's 5 and 17. San Juan, Mateos. Once again, we're live on Facebook and YouTube, right? ISUPK Arizona is live on Facebook. And once again, we're in Phoenix, really in Peoria. No, it's like in Cactus. What am I talking about? We're on Cactus. This is 120. It's like a 121. It's like 12416 North 28th Drive, right? This is in Phoenix, Arizona, 85029, right? We're on Cactus, right off of the I-17. Right, as soon as you head out on the Freeway 17, we're like on the west side of the freeway. Boom, you head towards 28th Street or 28th Drive, and we're like right there, right next to that QT. Can't miss it, man. Boom, boom, boom. 5 and 17 says, no penises. Think, it's like this book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Once again, Christ speaking, you know what I'm saying? The words in red, it says, think not I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. It's like, or the prophets, I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass. Whosoever therefore shall break one of the least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall teach men, it's like, but whosoever shall teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. right? You, it's like Christ is basically like, I mean, come on, I don't even have to break this down, right? So if you are teaching others that Christ came and did away with the law when he clearly is saying he didn't, right? Then you, like he said, are going to be least in the kingdom of heaven, right? You are teaching other men, you know what I'm saying? You teaching other people that what? That Christ is what you can eat pork. You can eat pork. And that's really most of the battles are, you know what I'm saying, are going to come from a Christian telling you that it's okay to eat pork, right? That it's clean, that we prayed over it, or you know what I'm saying, some BS, right? But really just listen to what Christ said and just follow that. And it's simple, right? It's like, it's just simple. Like Christ said, for verily I say unto you, it's like it. Think not that I am come to destroy the law. So don't think that he came to destroy the law or the prophets. I am come not to destroy, but to fulfill, right? So now our so now Christ is fulfilling, right, the law. Now he is telling our people what we should be doing, right? Teaching us to what? To come back to the law. Now we should come back to the law, right? And just like how we read too, even the Most High that's always been the battle between us and the Most High, right? Is that we listen to these other nations and we want to be like them. So we end up what? Doing falling away from the law. And now we go towards the customs of the other nations, right? Which are vanity, really don't mean nothing, right? They're for nothing. Like for instance, like Christmas, right? A whole tree built, put in your house, decorated, decorated with what, silver and gold, lights and all that, and a star on top. And then what? Uh, gifts on the bottom of the tree for what? Just so you could give it to the owner of those gifts. Why don't you just skip the whole, you know what I'm saying, ceremony or whatever you want to call it, right? And just give it to the person. And why does it have to be on the 25th? Why can't it be, you know what I'm saying, any other day? Why can't it be a reward when your child does good? And that's why I mean, it's all vanity. It doesn't mean nothing. But deep down in your heart, or so it's like there's a spirit that is telling you that you have to do it. It's the what? The Christmas spirit, right? And that's what we follow. We follow these other nations, man. We follow these other nations and fall away from our customs, man. We're not keeping the Sabbath. We're not keeping, you know what I'm saying, the Passover, the Feast of Purim, the Day of Atonement, the blowing of the trumpets, the Feast of First Fruits, Hanukkah, right? We're not keeping the Feast of Dedication. We're not keeping none of these days, but we're keeping all of the days that our oppressor allows us to keep. But our days, I mean, the Most High's days, you know what I'm saying, those we don't keep. And that's why we're destroyed, because we don't know. We're destroyed. We don't have an identity. We don't have moral compass. We don't know nothing right from wrong. The only thing we know is Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's what we know. And that's why that's why these other nations can look at us and be like, man, these people are so dumb. Look at them. Look at them. Imagine, these people are the greatest people. It is written that they are the greatest people in the face of this earth, but they choose to be less. They choose, keyword, choose to be less, to be on the bottom. Like such ignorant, you know what I'm saying, ignorance. But all that is thanks to your Christian pastor. Your Christian pastor has built or really like build us into being slaughters. You know what I'm saying? It's like into being like lamb for the slaughter. Like that's your Christian pastors you know what I'm saying, doing. Like if you really want to look at slacking, you know what? Let me get Ezekiel. Ezekiel, the is it 34 or is it 35th? 34 prophesy. 34 and 2 says, is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 2, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God of the like, Thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds. Woe be unto the shepherds of Israel that do feed themselves. Woe is Old English for destruction, right? Destruction be unto the shepherds of Israel, right? The leaders, your Christian pastors. The Most High said, woe unto them, right? That do feed themselves. Man, do they not feed themselves? Do they not have enough? Do they not fill the baseball stadiums, football stadiums with people? All that money. I mean, look, there's a video I would post it, but it's in Spanish, and it's a sister, right, that's explaining how her father, a Christian pastor, manipulates the poor and the misfortune, like really Hispanics, right, immigrants, because he's trying to sell them a false hope that the Most High is gonna bless them if they don't donate enough money to the church. And so what they do is they empty out bank accounts, they do whatever they can in order for them to feel that blessing. So their actions is not through keeping the laws. Their actions is to giving their pastor their whole check. That's how they feel, you know what I'm saying, blessed. And the pastor makes them feel like that. You know what I'm saying? He says that she said they do something where they dim the lights low, right? And it's funny that I remember this too, right? They dim the lights low and they start to put music, right? And it's always smooth, it's always soothing, it's always like calm, right? And then they always like build you up to that climax where it's they make you feel good, right? And then they start coming around with that basket or that bucket or whatever, right? And that donation tray, right? Or sometimes they even have envelopes for those who are going to give a big donation, right? So they give them an envelope. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And they drop that money in there, and you know what I'm saying? They end up counting it, and they make look, I don't even know the numbers, but I know it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? You can only imagine everybody there. You know what I'm saying? It's like a concert. Come on. It's like a concert. You're there, and then you want to feel good, so you want to bless the church or your pastor for a good service or whatever, right? And you don't think about it. You're drunk with that Christianity. You're drunk with that Christianity spirit, and all you can think of is just give it all to them. And that's what she said. She said basically that they manipulate the people into giving more than what they should. You know what I'm saying? And another guy was saying is, and most of them are being targeted by, you know what I'm saying, by these groups, which is the Hispanics, the immigrants, Latin, our people. You know what I'm saying? And because we have no hope. You know what I'm saying? We come and we see no opportunities. We come over here and we see that nobody wants to help us. So what do we fall to? idols. We fall to, you know what I'm saying, rituals or limpiezas. As you know what I'm saying, if you guys don't know what limpiezas is, it really translates to cleansing. And they get what is an egg, a chicken egg. They get a chicken egg, right? They get an egg and they rub it all over the person, and they just make some oraciones, right? Some they start doing some prayers, and that egg is all that bad vibe or all that bad energy is transferred into the egg, to where the egg now is, you know what I'm saying, cleanses you or somewhat. And there's this sister that's I'm laughing because if you seen the video, there's a sister that's out there, and she's like, she has all these herbs and these eggs, and then the guys that's filming is like, and those eggs, are those eggs? It's like, but you know what I'm saying, she's like, yeah, those eggs are for limpiezas. You know what I'm saying? It's just beliefs of dumbasses that believe in that, you know what I'm saying, dumb shit, you know. But she's like, the way she said it though, it was so funny. And then the guy just, you know what I'm saying, man. Anyways, the lady even she knows what she's doing. She's hustling. She's hustling, and she's really giving everybody what they want, which is like eggs. It's like, come on, you could get this anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Get a carton and then you sell them for more because what? There's special eggs to cleanse, to clean you. I mean, come on, man. We so poor. We'll believe anything. We'll believe, I don't know, lettuce could be a god. We'll believe this pen is a god. If I tell everybody this pen has magical ink that can, if you write on the next check, if you write this on your check, how much you're gonna donate to the whatever, right? To the church, the next paycheck is gonna be doubled. People will believe that. People will buy that. People will buy water can clean them. It doesn't clean nothing but your behind. I'm telling you, look, I feel like I'm talking too much now. You know what I'm saying? And these pastors have fed themselves, right? I'm gonna skip down to verse 8 and says, it's like 6 says, my sheep wandered through all the mountains and upon every hill, high hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them. Therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. As I live, said the Lord God, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherd search for my flock. But the shepherds fed themselves and fed not my flock. Therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand. Look, man, as a leader, you have a job, and your job is to warn, to wake up, to sound the alarm, and tell your people the truth. Tell your people that Christ is coming, that there's a plague. The sword is coming. The sword is coming, right? And if you do not warn your people, the Most High will require your blood. He will. Now your blood, now the blood of your brothers and sisters that you were supposed to take care of are in your hands. Why? Because you didn't warn nobody. You put them to sleep. You told them, no, it's okay. It's nothing wrong. Just, you know what I'm saying, give me more money. That's what you did. You destroyed them with false hopes. Instead of telling them the truth that they are God's chosen people, that they need to stop eating pork, shrimp, and lobster, stop celebrating these holidays, stop smoking weed, stop doing all types of drugs, and to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, because they are God's chosen people, because God chose them above all these other nations, because they are the greatest nation on the face of this earth, and that they should not join with these other nations, that they should stay away from these other nations if they do not want to be polluted in their doctrine, if they do not want to be destroyed with the plagues that are coming for them, because God is for you, not and against them. You didn't teach you didn't teach nobody that, man. You didn't teach none of your people that. You taught them what? How to feel good, about being a sinner. And because of that, you are going to be the least. And because of that, you are so disgusting for that, man. You Christians do not understand the type of damage you guys are doing to our people, man. You give them nothing. You give them no hope. You give them false hope. You give them dreams that they cannot even catch. They can't even reach. When there's a real true solid way to live, and that's through these law, statutes, and commandments. I'm gonna give you one more. Ezekiel, it's like Revelations, right? I'm gonna end it with this. Book of Revelations, chapter 2. I believe it's 25. Let me look for it real quick. Book of Revelation. Oh, damn. Book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 20. Uh, 25 says, Revelations chapter 2, verse 25 says, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and as the vessels of potters shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father, and I will give him the morning star, and he hath an ear, and he that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. Like, if you really want us, like, if you want something, like, we're not doing this work for nothing. I'm gonna tell you like that, right? Like, this work is not like, you know what I'm saying, like the work that you gonna get over there at the Christian church, just false hope. Like, this is something like you gonna get rulership over these other nations. And I don't know about you, but when Christ comes, we getting busy. I'm gonna just leave it like that, right? We're gonna get busy, and on top of that, we gonna get slaves for, you know what I'm saying? Because let me get that real quick, right? Let's get same book. Give me a second. Revelations 13:9, it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Right? If you led a nation of people into captivity, you're going to go to captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And these other nations have killed with the sword. So what has to happen, right, is judgment. And that's right. You know what I'm saying? Equality, right? Isn't that what America is all about? Equality. You led us into slavery, and it's only right. It's only justice that you go into slavery too, right? I mean, come on. How was America built? With slaves. Well, how is our kingdom going to be built? With slaves. So That's only right. You know what I'm saying? You got your, you got your, you got your, you know what I'm saying, piece of the pie. Like, what? We can't have ours? I mean, look, Revelations 13:9 says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. If you can listen, if you can hear, listen to this very well. He that leadeth into captivity, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were led into captivity by oppressors, by Spaniards, by oppressors. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. It's not gonna be a vote. It's not gonna be a nothing, none of that. And that day comes, the Most High will lead you into captivity, right? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, and that's what we're patiently waiting for, man. We're doing this work not for nothing, but we're doing it patiently waiting for that day to come. Why? Because we see the type, man, every single time you and anytime I see another video being uploaded about a brother being humiliated, being, you know what I'm saying, brutally beaten, another brother being oppressed. Like when I see another brother being alive, another sister being alive, when I see my children crying for their parents, when I see them, you know what I'm saying, ball out in tears, it like it feeds, you know what I'm saying, this fuel. It just gives me more of a motivation to see that day come. Because I can't wait to give you what you have given unto us. Man, what did it say? Rendered her double? Man, look, I'm gonna end it at that, right? Look, this is the ISUPK Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding Jariana. If you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you're a God's chosen people. All these other nations, they could step to the side, right? You are not allowed into this school unless you're one of the 12 tribes, right? So all my brothers, all my sisters, you're more than welcome. You know what I'm saying? Especially in all the cookouts, carne asadas, you know what I'm saying? So we out here, you know what I'm saying? We in Arizona, you know what I'm saying? Hit us up. You need anything, let us know, right? Once again, the address is 12416 North 28th Drive. That's in Phoenix, Arizona. That's 85029, right? Like I said, you can't miss us. ISUPK, all black. If you want to become a trooper, right? All black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. Also, don't forget to pay your tithes and the Passover fee. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget your Passover fee, man. Get your what was it? It's like a 200, right? 200. You know what I'm saying? Get everything situated before you get over to the Passover, man. Right? Get that done. And with that, priest and officer Amatazah, and with that, shalom.